Hello, I'm Nikki Parker and I'm one of the Youth Intervention Coordinators based in Swindon. One element of my role is to run the Spectra courses. Welcome to this latest update from the Dorset and Wiltshire Fire and Rescue Service. So Spectra, which stands for Support, Purpose, Enthusiasm, Challenge, Trust, Resilience and Achievement, is a new name for our personal development programme, previously known as Salamander in the north and Spark in the south of our service area. The first course was held in October, delivered in partnership with Swindon Borough Council's Adult Community Learning Team. Autumn is always a busy time for our education and prevention team, with Halloween and Bonfire Night a particular focus. A special online resource was developed with a safety story, messages to remember, and even a competition to win a VIP visit to a fire station. And this has been viewed over 2,000 times. Our protection team have been busy auditing the high-rise residential buildings across the service area, which fall within the scope of the building risk review. The initial process is due to complete at the end of the year, and 99% of the 357 affected buildings have already been looked at, all in addition to our usual statutory consultations and business education activities. Working with our communities and understanding the diversity of the people who live and work in our local area is an essential part of what we do. A series of community engagement days has started for our staff, where guest speakers from a range of underrepresented groups come along and engage in conversation with us. There's a lot to learn on both sides, and we look forward to further developing these relationships so that we can continue providing the very best of services to these groups, and also encourage them to consider career opportunities with us. In September, we had a fire safety event for young people aged between 8 and 18 as part of the PL Kicks programme run by Swindon Town's Community Foundation. It's designed to inspire young people to develop positive, supportive relationships with one another and the authorities. Station Manager Sam Allison, who's also a semi-professional football referee, delivered a workshop on his dual careers and even officiated a football game for those taking part. A service of remembrance was held at headquarters on the 11th of November to mark Armistice Day. Wreaths were laid on behalf of the service, the Fire and Rescue Authority, representative bodies and by our retired colleagues. Station staff across the service also laid wreaths in their local communities as part of the Remembrance Sunday commemorations 3 days later. The service has been paying its respects to former Chief Fire Officer Darren Gunter, following his death from cancer in October. Darren was the first Chief of Dorset and Wiltshire and had previously served in the Gwent, West Midlands, Devon and Dorset Fire and Rescue Services. Staff paraded at Weymouth Fire Station on the day of his funeral before fire plants led the cortege to the crematorium. Now let's look at some of our operational activity from the last few months. The community of Woodborough near Pewsey has been thanked for its support following a fire at the village school on the 17th of September. During the incident, local people provided refreshments, the social club was opened as a rest area, and driveways were made available for vehicles to be parked. Crews from multiple stations battled to save the main school building from the fire, which started accidentally in the roof. The prevention team have since engaged with the school and offered education sessions and reassurance to the young people, as well as visiting other local schools. In addition, the protection team is working closely with the school through the post-fire and programmed audit processes, and are encouraging the installation of sprinklers as part of the premises rebuild. Over 50 firefighters were involved in a major incident involving two trains that collided in the Fisherton Tunnel in Salisbury at the end of October. A train driver had to be cut free from his cab and 92 people were brought to safety. Our crews and colleagues from Hampshire and Isle of Wight Fire and Rescue Service worked alongside South Western Ambulance Service, Wiltshire Police, British Transport Police and Wiltshire Council to help those affected. In the early hours of 17th of November, crews from 10 fire stations, supported by colleagues from both Devon and Somerset and Avon Fire and Rescue Services, tackled a large fire at a furniture manufacturing unit in Warminster. The fire, which started accidentally, caused significant damage, but the business is already planning to be reopened by next summer. On the same day, fire broke out in approximately 300 tonnes of waste at the Grist Environmental Material Recovery Facility on the outskirts of Devizes. The service had crews on scene for 2.5 days, drawn from 13 fire stations, supported by 4 water carriers and 2 operational support units. The high volume pump from Christchurch was used to maintain a constant water supply, allowing firefighters to work with on-site staff to remove waste affected by the fire so it could be drenched and made safe. We held a large-scale water rescue exercise at Letchlade Marina on the 12th of September, which also involved colleagues from Oxfordshire, Gloucestershire and Royal Berkshire Fire and Rescue Services, South Western Ambulance Service, Wiltshire Police, Wiltshire Search and Rescue and the Environment Agency. The day tested a wide range of search, rescue and casualty care skills. Volunteers, including me and some of our Swindon fire cadets, acted as casualties with very realistic injuries provided by the make-up skills of Wiltshire College's beauty therapy lecturers. A multi-agency exercise was held at Bournemouth Airport on the 6th of November to test mass decontamination processes. The scenario was based on an unknown white powder being blown through the vents of an aeroplane, affecting the passengers and crew. Over the morning, we tested safe evacuation, disrobing those contaminated, setting up an initial decontamination shower using specialist mass decontamination structures, and re-robing the casualties. Our crews were joined by colleagues from Hampshire and Isle of Wight, Devon, Somerset and Bournemouth Airport Fire and Rescue Services, Dorset Police and South Western Ambulance Service. There were also some 70 volunteers acting as casualties. Finally, we've had a lot to celebrate recently. A pass-out parade was held for our new whole-time firefighters at Salisbury Fire Station on the 15th of October to celebrate the completion of their initial training. As well as showing off their new skills to their families, colleagues, members of the Fire Authority and other distinguished guests, the recruits also received certificates from Chief Fire Officer Ben Ansell. Our road safety team received a recognition award for the innovative Survive the Drive programme at this year's Defence Road Safety Awards. They were presented with a Crystal Trophy and certificate from the Deputy Director General of the Defence Safety Authority, Rear Admiral Thomas Manson, at the ceremony held at RAF Benson in October. During the pandemic, theatre-style presentations had to be cancelled, so the team developed and delivered a virtual road safety presentation, which was seen by around 3,000 military personnel. Although our main award ceremony was held virtually this year, presentations to members of the public have been carried out at various fire stations in recent weeks. Chief Fire Officers' commendations were given for bravery at incidents in Trowbridge, Swindon, Christchurch and Shroton near Blandford, and 3 of the recipients also received bronze medals from the Society for the Protection of Life from Fire for their exceptional action. We've also recognised an on-call employer for their fantastic support over more than 10 years, and we awarded 2 young achievers from our Dorset and Swindon fire cadets, a very proud moment for me and my colleagues in the Youth Intervention team. I hope you've enjoyed watching our update. Please visit our website if you'd like any further information on anything you've seen. From all of us at Dorset and Wiltshire Fire and Rescue Service, I would like to wish you a very happy holiday season and a peaceful new year.